Let's understand what are the different types of products and what are the different types of product managers that exist and how do you map these two. So, uh, so product can be classified in many ways. If we divide based on monetization, there is open source, there's free, there's freemium, there's one-time payment, there's recurring payment, and so on. If we categorize based on customer segment, there's business to business, there's business to consumer, there's B2B2B, there's O2O, there's so many. If we categorize based on technology, there's Android, there's iOS, there's web, and so on. And if we categorize based on market segment, there's analytics, there's hospitality, there's e-commerce, and so on. Right. So the point is you can categorize the products in various cross sections basis factors. I want to focus on just one such categorization. And that is whether the product is being built for internal users or for external users. This difference creates major changes in the approach taken. Products built for internal users are called, well, pretty non-creatively, internal products. These are the products designed for improving internal business processes in order to impact efficiencies. Product manager for internal products will have colleagues as the users. Hence, it will be much easier to just walk up to them in order to collect feedback or to identify their pain points. But this also makes it very casual. Hence, internal product managers need to set the expectations straight in order to get the proper feedback and relevant data. The success of the internal product is measured by the improvement in the business processes and the resulting efficiencies. Such measurements are pretty difficult to make, and hence an internal product manager needs to define his approach to measuring success very clearly and upfront. So measuring the efficiency is difficult, getting the feedback is very difficult for an internal product manager, right? So internal product management differs in the way user research is done and the way product success measurement is done. Rest everything is pretty much the same, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm highlighting this aspect properly. You must have seen this diagram earlier. Product manager differs in the roles they play in the organization. There are technical product managers, strategy product managers, product marketing managers, and these are the most popular segments. In larger enterprises, there may be individual product manager for each roles, but in most startups, a product manager will play all the three roles. Right? Rest, I have covered it earlier as well, and I would like you to have a clear understanding of the different roles that can come in a typical product manager. Right. So a strategy product manager, for example, is focused on building product roadmaps, identifying opportunities in market scenarios, and identifying gaps in current portfolio. In Microsoft, this role is called product planner, for example. And product marketing managers work at the cross section of marketing and product. They are primary evangelists of the product and are responsible for spreading the word about various features of the product. They are also responsible for percolating market observations and customers' needs into product teams. In smaller companies and startups, a product manager will play this role at the time of product launch. But in larger enterprises, there will be a separate role of product marketing manager. I hope you're getting a good picture about this. Now, what are the different skills required for these roles? Well, this is just a small snapshot of the different skills that are expected: the data analytics, the design skills, the technical skills, the influence, the strategy skills, and so on. A good way for you to analyze or to assess where you stand would be put down all these skills and put down for strategy, for technical, and for marketing, where do you stand, right? So the skill of data analytics, how well are you able to use that in strategy, how well you are able to see that in technical, and how well are you able to see in marketing. This is a sample snapshot just to give you an assessment of, just to give you an idea of how you can make an assessment for a particular job role of product manager in a particular company. Different companies, different job roles. For example, if you're an API product manager, your technical skills are expected to be very high, like demonstrated here. You're expected to be 10 on 10 in technical skills on the technical dimension, right? So what kind of product manager should you be when there are so many varieties available? Well, I'll go slightly philosophical here. It depends on the background and the stage of your career. At early stages of your career, you will not have much leverage, and hence you will use your background in business or marketing or design or engineering to break into product manager. If you are an operations person, if you're a salesperson, um, it'll be easier for you to make your way from the operations side and maybe become a PM in the operations. um uh, PM of an operations product or a product that is going to improve the operations efficiency, right? So try to identify where how what leverage do you have so that you can break into product management. And this is the obvious bit. Let me talk about something non-obvious. Product management is stressful and requires a lot of communication, context switching, and deep dives into engineering, design, user research, and everything else in between. Point is, you need to identify which of these skills you really enjoy and have a good command in, which of the skills you are not good at and particularly don't enjoy, right? Using this, try to identify which kind of role will you excel in. Based on this, evaluate the career opportunities that will come your way. It is extremely important that you understand how the company functions, how much value they assign to product management, who influences the product, what is the growth that you can visualize within the company, and so on. We will delve into this a lot more in a future section, but for now, it should suffice to know that as a product manager, you will be donning multiple hats. There is no getting away from this, but it will help you to know which skills you enjoy and where you can be most productive. In my opinion, I absolutely love product management. I believe it's a skill set for life. Whether you're actually product manager or you're not, but a lot of things that you end up learning and doing on a daily basis in product management, you can employ that in a lot of other roles that you might end up um owning. To be really good at product management, one needs to be great at multidisciplinary streams, should be impeccable at communication, should know how to prioritize, should be a problem solver, and most importantly, should know how to learn. All of these skills are transferable to other career paths and help in taking personal decisions as well. So let me take another moment to explain why I believe these skills are so crucial to have a fulfilling life. Multidisciplinary streams. How does it help? The only way to know about a lot of fields like business strategy, marketing, pricing, user research, UI patterns, UX best practices, data analytics, market scoping, well, you get the drift, right? The only way to know about all of these is by being extremely curious and detail oriented. If you have these two attributes, curiosity and being detail oriented, then you'll have to teach yourself the art of learning and how to learn. As a product manager, you will be constantly in new domains, new problems which you know nothing or very little about. You will have to know how to teach yourself the subject matter quickly. Sometimes you will take a friend's help, and sometimes you will jump into Wikipedia, whatever works for you. But end state being you will have to learn how to learn. If you are a curious person, then it will become slightly easier for you. If you have picked up this skill set, then you can imagine that you will have ample confidence to face anything new that may come your way in future. In life, things are always in constant flux, right? And especially in technology domain, things are moving really, really fast. Things go obsolete within 2 years to 10 years. In fact, nowadays, even 6 months. Unless you can pick new information quickly and build your understanding fast enough, you'll find it difficult to progress. The art of communication. Numerous studies have highlighted the importance of communication in order to make progress. As a product manager, you are the communication hub for a cross functional team. You will have to build your vocabulary plus skill set to effectively communicate with the design team, with the engineering team, users, business stakeholders, and anyone else. Each of these stakeholders require different treatment apart from utmost empathy. If you're talking to a designer, he would much appreciate if you can talk in exactly his language. If you simply say this design doesn't look well or it doesn't work well, you will not be able to uh, one, gain respect of the designer, and secondly, you're not actually able to add, you're not adding any value to your feedback. The designer expects much more precise feedback, and same goes for everybody else. And the same day, you will be switching between talking to a designer, to a developer, to the CEO, to the business head, and you'll have to talk their language. Verbal and written communication is a fundamental skill set needed to excel in whatever you'll be doing professionally and personally. I personally experienced the benefits of improving in this skill set, and I can totally vouch for it. If you feel you are lacking, I will suggest please invest some time in improving your communication skills. The next skill, prioritization. And this is big. As humans, indecisiveness comes naturally to us. With many probable options in front of us, we are mostly confused and fail to make rational decisions. I regard, I regard the learning of this art, of this art of prioritization, as the most crucial life skill that one can acquire. As a product manager, you will be dealing with incomplete partial data. Yet, you will be expected to take decisions, prioritize competing features, and uh, utilize resources most efficiently. In personal life, you would have experienced the same dilemmas and dichotomy of various options with limited data available about the potential outcomes. The prioritization frameworks learned, and we will be covering some of them in this course, will help you in conquering decisions in every aspect of your life. For example, a simple Eisenhower decision matrix. Do a task if it is urgent and important. Don't do a task if it is not urgent and not important. And delegate a task if it is urgent but not important for you. And defer a task if it is not urgent but important for you. You can imagine the numerous instances in your personal life when you could have utilized this metrics. I can go on, but I believe I have conveyed my point. Product management skill set, the different skills that is expected for a good product manager, is a must for everyone. Even if you're a developer or in operations, into operations or into sales or into customer support, whatever. These three, four skills, I believe, are fundamental for a good professional and personal life. You'll be a better developer, a better designer, and a better anyone if you acquire at least the core skill sets of product management. To conclude, try to understand where you stand today. Try to understand what are the skills, what are the gaps that you can see, and try to start articulating it. I understand it's going to be very difficult, but spend some time actually articulating your skill sets, like the diagram, that the table that I showed some time back, this one. List down all the skills that you can come across, okay, and create a grid and start doing self-assessment. And best would be if you can keep coming back to the same sheet as you go along, every month or every 2 weeks, whatever works for you, and put down your scores and see whether on a weighted scale are you improving or not. If you're not improving, I'll suggest make those changes, and you'll be far, far, far better within a couple of months. Right? Thank you so much. That's it for now. Take care.